Hello, YouTube. Thank you very much for choosing Learning Life and Loving Area Scanners. Hello, welcome to Tommy's final day of listening to some really good Ria Scanner feeds out of Du Bois County, Indiana, which my overall feel of listening to the radio traffic, you guys, I gotta tell you guys something, okay? So their radio traffic, they listen to like wherever you guys go. That is becoming the biggest problem for everybody, okay? That's even becoming a problem for me. Like, like, like the first reason why Now, the first reason why the Rio Skinner problem is like a really big problem, it's that some of our counties and some of the casinos that are around, some of them use NXDN communication, which that means I need a TRX2 or a TRX1. Now then after that, if I choose to take my my BCD 325P2, like just for instance, like on our cruise coming up, and just to give everybody a heads up, I am planning to take my Ria scanner with me on our cruise. There has already been talk on that, I know. And also let you guys know that there is like so many like different areas that I've been to so far, which I've been kind of shocked that these different places use radios. So like just this last weekend, Friday, at the um, at the Indiana University, this is what really did shock me. Was their radio scanner traffic there was so busy. It was like they had to wear earplugs because the radio traffic was just that busy. There were people walking around. Now, another thing which I think is really kind of interesting, and I know everybody's probably going to tell me, Tommy, why in the world do you talk about this? It's because it's a really interesting thing. So if I turn you guys around up here on my TV right now on my TV, you guys are currently watching Prince Charming Dev. This guy is like one of my all-time favorite YouTubers. This guy goes right on the point on a cruise ship. He's currently coming back from a cruise on Norwegian, which is what really interesting about this Norwegian cruise line that he's going out of. This cruise ship only goes on Alaskan adventures. So kind of like Discovery Princess, kind of like all those ships. There are some ships that like to go out to the Pacific. There's ships that like to go up across the lake, like Erie. I see on there, which I think is really kind of interesting. There, it's like these lake hot rock places, which I think is really kind of cool. Which they got is like another thing, which I think is really kind of cool. Is that whenever I'm listening to the radio traffic, I will be having my own earpiece with me. So luckily or not, I picked my earpiece that I would be taking with me. So this earpiece I'm going to be using, I gotta tell you something. I like how it's a one ear. That's the thing that I like mostly about it, which I think is really kind of cool about the thing. Now, another thing which I kind of learned, uh, like because sometimes the cruise ships like to use telephones, like whenever they're talking to the bridge and all the way down there to the engine room, they sometimes use walkies and sometimes they use phones. So also like another thing, it's like another thing which I think is really kind of interesting that their radio scanner feeds that they use, which I think is really kind of interesting. And I'm really am getting excited about this for our cruise coming up. Is that listening to this radio communication, they have a lot, and I mean a lot of different stuff that I can listen to, mainly on my BCD 325P2. I'm going to be focusing on Brevard County, and on my other one, I'm going to be focusing on cruise ship communication. That's because I got the local casino hotels, I got the Resorts World on there, I got the Atlantis. There is going to be some busy stuff on that radio scanner feed, which I feel really am excited. I feel really am looking forward to. Now, another thing which I think is really interesting about the entire place of Seattle is that they got a place down there called Pike's Place. Now, Pike's Place is a wonderful place for anybody that likes seafood, like anybody that likes that kind of stuff. You guys can go down there and get your seafood, which I think is really kind of interesting. Now, another thing, now, 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 my first impression, which I'm getting really excited for, is going to Holiday World in a couple of weeks, and also then after that going on my cruise. Now, what I had for supper tonight, I had pizza and a lemonade, and which I trying to say this correctly, you guys. I'm trying. It's that the radio communication, like generally, like around the different places that make it United Federation, is like completely different. So my idea that I would think that would be a best idea for like new people that's not used to listening to radio communication. Some that I recommend, and this is a thing that I really do recommend for new people. If you guys are, just take yourself like one of those little walkie talkies with you, like on a cruise or like wherever, so you guys can keep contact with your family members, which I think is really kind of cool about that, is that you guys can listen to that and like use that for communication. So that place I was talking about was called Pike's Place Market, which they got their own security there. They got their own janitorial maintenance, which I think is really good. Now, another thing which I think is really kind of cool about King County, and this is a thing that I honestly think is really kind of cool. And I'm about ready to turn you guys over to my computer for a minute. So you guys see this right here. This is an analog system, the Port of Seattle Public Safety. So these red ones, these are the main control channels that you guys have to comply with. Now going on down, they got marine terminals, they got the IMS airport, they got parking, they got maintenance, they got maintenance again. Now they even got PD for the airport. Now there's a Disney one on here, which I think is really kind of interesting. Now they got this right here, which is the Savatorial Casino. So they got indoor security, they got outdoor, they got gaming ops, gaming suites. They even got the Much of God Casino. They got VGO security, all the way down to housekeeping, engineering, food, beverage, IT, and all those you guys can listen to like no matter what. Now, let's just say, for instance, you guys are wanting to listen to the Seattle schools, and you guys don't know if that would be a good idea or not. So that's a thing which I recommend you guys do your research like on here before you guys even go down there. Because you guys don't know if the Seattle Public Schools has their own radio system. So that right there was just the captain on the intercom on that ship, which I'm gonna try to videotape that whenever I go. And, and I gotta tell you guys, I am so very excited. I'm looking forward to my cruise coming up on the Carnival Glory. I'm excited about going to Bimini Bahamas. I'm excited about checking out Nassau and see how much changed there. I'm also excited about checking out the areas of like going to excuse me, going to the going to also going to Holy World, which I feel really excited about. So I hope everybody has a great day. YouTube, I will see you guys back here tomorrow for another 3 video series. I hope you guys have a great day. YouTube, I will see you guys back here tomorrow.